Welcome to the free and open course on real customer service. We will see everything that makes up an incredible day-to-day customer service and how you can be a better attendant. Hello there everyone, my name is Ivan Chagas and I am a person who gets a lot of energy from working with customer service. I have been organizing events for almost 10 years, and a very strong feature in events is that they have a date to happen, and all requests from participants are always urgent. So we have to make do to deal with all of that. So I created a customer service course some weeks ago to talk about how to deal with customers focus on improvement in the short and medium terms. It is a course with 70 lessons and more than 6 hours in length, and it covers what I believe to be the 7 most important areas of customer service. Link in the description. I decided to create this shorter version to cover the day-to-day operations of a customer service agent, as the name suggests, and in dealing with the public in the routine. The idea is that you will end up better equipped to provide excellent service and that you will underpin your actions with facts. Also, you will learn how to deal with dissatisfied and angry customers, and of course, we will talk about you, how to develop emotional intelligence and how to be a more charismatic person. Let's start with some theoretical foundation to guide our work. How about that? Let's draw the big picture here. Why it is important to understand and improve our service? Here's what happens. One of the main points and most common is to say that our consumers are increasingly critical in terms of experience and service. There's a book that comments very well on these changes entitled Service America, first published in 1985, but with new editions until 2008. There is a very interesting justification in the book written by Don Peppers, one of the most influential authors on customer service, one of the 50 business thinkers elected by the Times of London with 12 books on the subject. The book is co-authored by Martha Rogers, PhD, a professor at Duke University and author of 8 other books on the subject. In their book, both report that customer satisfaction is an even more relevant metric than market share, as customer management has more impact than customer acquisition in predicting a successful business in the future. A very interesting survey commissioned by the IBM Advanced Business Institute describes that capitalizing on customer experience creates preference on a large scale. For that, new tools and management knowledge are needed. In addition, it's important for executives to be aware of how they convey this feeling of caring, as customers are more sensitive for them not to sound manipulative. This wrong approach may incite a negative feeling or even jeopardizing all the work put into creating a good experience to turn into a bad one. This study compares that good customer service generates similar responses from customers to the reactions when interacting with people considered to have good manners. The perception that a person is hypocritical or genuine depends largely on their delivery. Both the delivery and their experience influence the customer. If a customer's complaint is handled well, not only the answer but how the whole relationship has been built, you will probably get a good rating. Those who work with customer service know that this is true. This is reported in the Brazilian book Conquering the Consumer. In the opposite case, your customer will rate the entire company, its products and services as inefficient. A HubSpot survey in 2018 reports that 80% of respondents say that it stopped doing business with a company because of a poor customer service. It's a very high number. That in itself should be a reason for us to pay more attention to the way we deal with our customers. I already had to go through several different roles. For a long time, I was a salesman, dealing mainly with event sponsorship that I was organizing myself. I also had to deal in other countries with the general public, the press, and of course with sponsors. I had my own event company where I dealt with our community on a daily basis. It was a much more personalized service, not massified by any means, a closer relationship. Then I worked for a school and co-working space. I was dealing every day with a lot of people in person and virtually. My last job was a great school of what real customer service is. We went from 2 attendants who even use the same email inbox to manage student requests in a robust help desk system with IVR, customer service script, weekly analysis of metrics, and training of agents. By the end of this course, I want you to start learning what real customer service is like in your routine, how to deal with people on a daily basis, and how to handle dissatisfied customers. How about that? Very simple. In the first 3 lessons, including this one, we will talk about what real customer service is. I will comment on a service model that I use called the service framework, and what are the 2 things that everyone needs. They will be essential in our operations. In lessons 4 and 5, we will talk about channel preferences, understanding the difference between each one, and how to craft the perfect message. Talking about the structure of a message, no matter in which channel. In lessons 6 and 7, we will devote ourselves to dealing with dissatisfied and angry customers, why customers get mad, how to react when you're in the middle of the situation, and what to do to diffuse it. In lessons 8 to 10, we will discuss your development as an agent and as a person as well. We will cover emotional intelligence, how to perceive your emotions and control them in the heat of the moment. Also, how to be more charismatic and be more friendly with your audience, and how to train for impromptu situations. Cool! I am very passionate about this content. I love talking about people and personal development. So, as we say in my hometown, better than that, just twice that. In the first lesson, we will cover the service framework. We will talk about what real customer service is, what is excellence in providing service to customers, and we will understand the 7 areas that involve this work. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to follow the lessons, like this content if you think it can help you, and share with your colleagues and co-workers. Always look both ways. See you in the future.